In my own country, they trying to track me down. For what? I don't know. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, you know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Joe Rastafari, King Selassie, big up. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Oh, Liar Man, you know. Liar Man, you know. I didn't do those things. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. I know I didn't do those things. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Mr. Liar Man. Rastafari, no, I didn't do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. You know, you know, you know, you know. A liar man, a liar man, a liar man, you are a liar man. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Rastafari. King Selassie. Big up.
I didn't do this. Liar Man. Let Jaja judge you. Liar Man. I didn't do this. Liar Man. Let Jaja judge you.
So what, you keep lying? Lie, 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 lie. You lie, you lie, you lie. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. I say you lie, you lie. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Mr. Liar Man. Hey, oh, Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Jano, Jano, Jano. Rastafari, no.
Liar Man. I didn't do it. Liar Man. Let Jaja judge you. Liar Man. I didn't do it. Liar Man. Let Jaja judge you.
Mr. Liar Man, me nah go burn you with no fireman. Me nah go burn you on the fire pan. Cause you a liar man, wicked man, bad man, foolish man. Mr. Liar Man, that away because me never love you. I say, oh no, Jaja, I go judge you. Cause you a liar man, wicked man, bad man, foolish man.
Liar Man. I didn't do it. Liar Man.
You ready for that?
Judge you.
You ready for the boy there?
Liar Man. I didn't do it. Liar Man. Let Jaja judge you.
Wanna hear it? Don't ever follow back on Mr. Liar Man then. Because the name say it already, you know. You see me? Mr. Liar Man, wicked man, bad man, and foolish man. You see me? Fire upon Mr. Wicked Man then. Mr. Liar Man then. Fire!
Just we are. What I say 6 billion go. Wow, 25 million. Don't be provide money for Liberian people, yeah? We suffering too much, no food to eat. The country dirty, young get time for it. What you steal people money? We will talk it. Every cosa will talk it. We will talk it. Yeah, can't call back, we'll talk it. We will talk it. The rest of the long, we'll talk it. We will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it.
Prophet Key, force of the forceless.
You talk it, papi. We will talk it. No food to eat. We will talk it. Make me crying. We will talk it. You are really claiming up. We will talk it. Echo repreha. We will talk it. That's a travel crying. We will talk it. Gasoline pre up. We will talk it. Echo water. La $10. We will talk it. Black place be, la $10. Blue place be, la $20. One cup of red, la $50. Country get here, very high. Everywhere you go, they say la propo. Anything you cash, they say la propo. More people dying, more people suffering. No good hospital. Liberia dirty, government not get on. They not get on, government not get on. They not get on. Our 16 billion. What play go? Our 25 million. That what play go? For country giant to country road. For country giant to country road. Government and level down. Government and fool us. Government and level down. Government and betray us. Government and fool us. Country everybody complaining. Pimpin' rider complaining. Shoe shambo complaining. Make umi complaining. Schooling complaining. Old people complaining. Lazy people complaining. Taxi driver complaining. Keke rider complaining. They see people that vote for you. They see people suffering. They see people that vote for you. They see people crying. They see people that vote for you. They see people suffering. They see people that vote for you. They see people crying. Every day Amanda. Every day I wait do. Every day Amanda. Every day I wait do. You're causing us in a city. Why people suffering? Why people dying? Government not get on. They not get on. Government not get on. They not get on. We will talk it. Every cosa will talk it. We will talk it. Yeah, can't call back, we'll talk it. We will talk it. The rest of the long, we'll talk it. We will talk it. Prophet Key will talk it. Country no food to eat. Country government just sitting.
So what is we are saying? So we are saying. People to really die.
Why you worried about his VP?
I'm not worried about Cummings VP because for Cummings, the party, CPP, is about Cummings. Cummings can bring the angel Gabriel, angel Michael, Mother Jesus, Mother Mary. That person cannot help Cummings. Cummings, in a situation is different. And Liberians need to hear this. Cummings' situation is different in a lot of different ways. Just like Imam Bwaka sitting home, when he go to a radio station, the whole place is crowded. Cummings walk on the street, people will just say, "Ah, Mr. Cummings," and they walk by. Just like Imam Bwaka have more traction than Cummings. So it's about.
You see, people was taking pictures of him yesterday at convention.
Yes. So it's about Cummings. It's not about his VP. Cummings will end up losing the race because of Cummings, not because of the VP. He will end up winning because of Cummings, not about his VP. What will bless Mr. Cummings? If he choose a young, electrifying individual that have made the case to the Liberian people, it will add a little to Mr. Cummings. Because Cummings himself have not made the case. Cummings himself, he have not made the case enough to the Liberian people. That's why Cummings is struggling. To be frank, I'm not saying he can't win, Dr. Peabody. I'm saying he have not made the case enough. So the issue remains that from 2017 to 2022, Cummings have not made the case enough. Less than a year ago to come, it will not help Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, right now, VP nomination will not add and will not subtract 100% compared to Joseph Yima Boakai. Joseph Yima Boakai coming back to him. If he carry Yombly Kanga Lawrence and not Ure, and Ure have a problem, it will be problem for Joseph Yima Boakai. If he carry Ure and not Yombly, and Yombly flip to CDC or to CPP, it will be problem for Joseph Yima Boakai. But whoever Cummings carry, nobody care. They will have no weight. Because the person Cummings himself is his own bad luck or good luck. See what happened recently here in Maryland. We can laugh about it, right? But Cummings have that big gap. The big gap that only those that will pay $100 or $2,500 can attend our convention. If you don't pay, you cannot attend. The issue remains. Cummings got to make up his mind. You cannot say you're speaking against the dirtiness in the country, then you're walking towards the dirtiness. Cummings got to make up his mind. Mr. Cummings is in a lot of error. Like we'll be discussing the Daniel Che clips that came up yesterday, somebody play on social media. Cummings can say, well, but Joe Weah, he got Joe Howard Taylor. Fair argument. But Joe Weah never ran away from the fact that he was taking Joe Howard Taylor. You Cummings, you were running away. That you couldn't take rebel leaders in your camp. You couldn't take people with arms in your camp. So Cummings is making constant mistake over and over. It's like you say you're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So if Mr. Cummings said that, then why is he doing the same thing over and over and expecting the Liberian people to believe in him? Mr. Cummings is in a serious problem. And I think people that are surrounding Mr. Cummings should forget about this America thing, forget about the elitism, forget about the yes, we can win election in Liberia, and go to Liberia and win election and help Mr. Cummings make the right decision. And I think that's Mr. Cummings' error. It's not about who you take. Mr. Cummings will take Angel Gabriel, Angel Michael, Mount Mary, Jesus' mother, and everybody else. Mr. Cummings will win election because of Mr. Cummings, not because of who you're going to take as VP. Go ahead, brother.
I think Liberians need to ask themselves, if Charles Taylor steps aside, will we find peace? I doubt it.
And I wonder why anybody would choose at this time when the process well underway in Ghana would choose to attack Buchanan with all the people in there. You're just going to end up killing a lot of our civilians, and that is happening already. And that's why government is doing everything to ensure that we get a model out of Buchanan. While that is going on, we've also informed ECOWAS about these violations. I think they need to know, and we need a swift reaction from them. No. We are inside the town. We are fighting inside in the central part of the city right now as I speak to you.
So let me say good morning, good afternoon, wheresoever you watch it from. We are here at the American Embassy near Monrovia, where family members of the TD Musing Boys that were working with St. Moses funeral pallet. The family members are here to demand investigative reports. As you may be aware, these TD Musing Boys were all working with we're all working with the St. Moses Funeral Home. So we got, and just to bring you up to speed, we got Robert M. Blambo Jr., Siafa Boyman, Bobby Boyanku are the TD guys who went missing the other time. So the family members are here to demand, to call on the government of Liberia to give investigative findings. As you may be aware, the newly nominated Solicitor General, Councillor Nyananti Tuan, was heading, I'm told he was heading that particular investigative team. So upon following his nomination by the President of Liberia, these people gathered here this morning to call on him and the government at large to give explanation regarding how far the investigation is. So we posted here, show that. Yeah.
Hello, what's your name?
Yes, my name is Hassan Kraman.
Okay. You people are here today with this missing tree boss placard. What are you people here for?
We came here to inquire justice because since then, this is 2 years now, since 2021, October 17, our brother got missing from St. Moses. He hired them to go and do a piece of job for him. And he took them in the bush, and since then, there's no accountability on them. Whatever we call the government just play less of fear on it. There's no justice, so we came to the embassy today to inquire from the embassy to get a direct information as to what happened to our brother. Let the embassy call the government attention to bring St. Moses to book so that we can get our brothers back to life.
But I'm seeing some of you having placard here and saying, Justice Minister Frank Musa, they stop the aiding and abetting. What are you trying to say?
Of course, yes, there is 2 groups here today. For our own group, we're here to require justice for our 3 missing brothers from St. Moses. So for the other group, that somebody there can speak on their behalf.
I'm talking about, I'm saying that stop the delay, Minister Frank Musa Dame Jr. I'm saying.
Thank you, because it's because for the counter report, there's no counter report up to present. So we're asking Musa Dame to stop the delay for the counter report.
Okay, it's a pleasure talking.
Thank you.
So let's see and speak with some of the placards here. Maybe we can speak with some of the leaders that are here.
Welcome, man. How you doing? What's your name?
My name is Mistress.
Can you be a little bit audible?
Jamila Jackson Wilson.
Okay, you are here today. Tell me, what is the essence of you being here?
The purpose of me being here today, I want to redress for my brother. Siapa Bama is my brother. One of the 3 missing boys. October 2020. October 17. Today is 2 years since my brother got missing. We want to redress for the government. We want closure. We want everything in the possible way that we want come up by everything. She must hire my brother to go to a piece of job for him. That's why up to now my brother has returned. So we are asking the government to be helpful to bring my brother back. We want closure.
Do you believe he's alive?
Yes.
How sure are you? You sound so confident.
They said Johnny take place. If Johnny didn't take place, we were on a crime scene. And people stated that nobody left in water. When people leave in water, they don't go to work. People don't go to the job site. They spend the day home and move whatsoever that took place in the village. But since that day, nobody went nowhere. Everybody was so sad, asking questions about what took place. And since then, we can't get redress.
I'm seeing you having a placard here and say, Minister Frank Musa Deng Jr., Justice Minister of Liberia, stop the aiding and abetting. What do you mean by that?
Because Musa Deng can lie. He's not saying the actual story. He knows what is unfolding. He don't want to prevail for the public about the truth. We wouldn't want the truth for him. He shouldn't lie. They call for a case, 90-day case, along with the partner. They have concluded everything. He don't want to give a report. And we need report for him to know what is in the report. Not by him telling us to go to DNA. You don't know what is in the report. They tell somebody said they should go to DNA. The 90 days case was going on. He went over and said the family not cooperating. How you want for us to cooperate? We should take our testing and put on the quota before you know that we're cooperating. How you want it? Because in a shoe, now his son or now his children, he's taking somebody on a cherry like that, a chicken. How can you do such?
How do you see this to you? Fighting and crying for justice for over 2 years plus. You have not gotten any redress from national government who's supposed to address the issues and concerns of citizens across the country. Are you disappointed?
Very much. I'm disappointed in the president. Very much because he's speaking. He's acting a real bobo. Real bobo. He's speaking for us. My brother voted for him. My sister voted. They denied me because I was drunk. They said I came vote at 14 years old. Which of course, I was, let's say, almost 22 years old. They denied me for voting. And I was going to vote for him. My mom seized my brother and my sister to not vote for him. But they still voted for him. She said nobody vote for her in England. First, she will put you outside. And still the children voted for Joria. So let him come out and say something. Let him do something. You can sit and support it and don't do anything. You say you leader, you can do that.
This is 2 years now. Do you believe you will get justice?
I believe. If I don't get justice now, but in time to come, I will get justice.
What will be the next course of action before in time to come?
For that, my uncle will give you the closure of it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. So we see here, these people, they gather here this morning to read their petition statement to call on the government of Liberia for speedy investigation into the amazing saga of the 3 Liberians who were working with the St. Moses funeral.
How did you come about your vision to become president of the Republic of Liberia? Most people say God sent them. They were sleeping, the Lord spoke to them. They were walking and the angel appeared before them and they decided to run for presidency. Can you please tell us today how you came about that vision?
I was in Grand Bassa County digging gold. I was on a gold mine.
Yeah.
When the Lord appeared to me in Grand Bassa County.
Thank you. Which Lord?
God, Jehovah God. The God of Israel, the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He has spoken to me with the clear confirmation that I am the next president of Liberia. And I am not afraid nor ashamed to say it to any man. I am the next president.
You mean the divine God,
the God
or our traditional God?
The God of heaven and earth. The God of heaven and earth. He has said to me that I am the next president. And I am the next president of Liberia.
You are going to replace?
I'm going to replace George Weah very soon.
Wow.
George Weah is entitled to turn the flag of Liberia over to me.
On the chat now, we have Ablao members.
Yes.
Can you send a special message that you are part of them as the Saint Messiah?
Well, I cannot claim to be Messiah. But if you want to put it on a political level, I will tell you that indeed I am the political Messiah for Liberia.
Wow. I like that. Any message for Ablao member?
Even Josh Weah is member of Ablao. I am not an enemy of Josh Weah. Josh Weah, our Excellency, the present President, Mano George Weah, he is my big brother. He introduced me to football. But I will tell you, George Weah is not my enemy. I am to fulfill what God has said.
So let me do that one in simple English, my brother.
Yes.
You say Joe we are like your brother. So your brother somewhere. Why you won't go move your brother from there?
I am not moving because he is my enemy. I am moving George Weah based upon the call of God to go and fulfill a mission. George Weah is president in Liberia on the willpower of God.
So your action is in respect to God's calling.
words.
All right. Thank you very much. Your name again?
I am the incoming president in waiting, Marvin Say Godidoro. What's up?
Thank you.
Well, you know, I said for the first 100 days, no vehicle will be stuck in the mud on any major road, and I mean it. Simple. We know very well that we have good partners, that instead of asking them for money, we can ask them for equipment. Because roads are the prime for are part of our health program. So I'll make sure that every major road, to the southeast, to Lofa, to whatever, that we have enough equipment to open up those roads. And even when possible, some of those bad paths, regular bad paths, you can even put cement there. I mean, there's no need for vehicles to be. The road construction right here at Benchi, every county used to have at least an engineer with some workers living in the capital for road maintenance. That's a policy we have to reinstitute, because we are paying much, much more for little. For example, you take a place like Lofa, you used to have engineers and technicians. They had public work had their own garages there to maintain it. And it didn't cost much because the equipment was there.
My friend and brother, good morning.
Good morning, AB. How you are doing today?
I'm doing quite all right. And you?
I'm doing fabulous. Alhamdulillah to my God. Life is good. My health is good. And I feel good sitting here this morning again to provide my own perspectives and analysis as the forward march of our country. And I'm motivated every single day to find myself sitting here praying to share my view and perspectives with other Liberians. So because of that, I'm happy, and God has given me the strength and the motivation to do just that.
All right. At least let me play you this clip, and then I will come in with mine.
We are not afraid anymore. Until you wake up, we will fight for you. You keep on sleeping, but the day you will wake up, we will fight for you. We are not afraid anymore. Until you wake up.
That's Lucky Tama Dube saying that we are not afraid anymore. We'll keep on fighting until you wake up. Until you wake up. Are the Liberian people waiting to wake up?
I would say yes.
Are the Liberian people vigorously waiting to fight?
AB, I don't care what kind of adjective you want to add to that. Waking up, I would say yes. And that's the simplest answer. Yes. We saw it before and it can happen again.
All right. Today is what is on your mind. I mean, you have said it, and we as Liberians living in the diaspora, we know what Liberians are capable of doing. We know what they are capable of doing. What is on your mind?
AB, this morning, actually, to be honest with you and honest to our followers and our audience, I first and foremost want to say, as usual, I'm grateful to my Creator. And we are so appreciative of our audience, and we want to say welcome on board this wonderful Friday edition of What's on Your Mind. I got three major issues, national trending issues on my mind this morning. I just going to list them, and then as we go, we'll keep discussing it. Number one is the incoming president of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Jomo Boakai Sr., GMB for short, interview on the Class Reloaded. The issue of impunity in our country in general that is causing and that have always caused problems for us as a country and as a nation. The last thing on my mind is the issue of the so-called rights committee set up by President Weah to abuse our resources as he has always done because of incompetence and lack of leadership. So those are the three things on my mind. AB, I'll give it back to you. Those are the three things. As we go, I will give you the details and our audience.
I think you should just give us the details of your three things on your mind, and then from then you just turn the panel over to me.
All right, thank you for the opportunity. But AB, before I go to that, I want to do my commercial real quick, okay, please? All right, folks, if you know, it is okay. If you don't know, then listen to me, please. The DV 2024 is on. Play the DV. If you get your own smartphone, you get your own internet on it, you don't need to pay anything. You just need to take your own picture with a very nice white background that fit the American Embassy standard 2x2 photograph, passport size picture. 2024 is on. Play the DV. That is one of the best way to come to America and join the dream, the American dream. In addition to that, our agency have decided to offer help. If you are in Liberia, you are in a country, any country, we know there are some of those countries around the world that monitor internet interaction. Some people got some of the starter how they got there. That is not important. Maybe you are not allowed to play DV where you are. Maybe. Give her a call. You already know the number. I'm going to call it again. Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting, Financial and Immigration Services will be offering that help for our people free of charge. You don't got to give us nothing. All we want you to do, take a very nice email, non-email, nice picture that all your 2 ears will show, the one that will fit the system. One is show up green. We hit the button submit, we send your confirmation to you, free of charge. That's our own minimum way to help our people, okay? So now, in addition to that, we're doing this thing every day. If you are in America, you've been here at least 5 years, you want to do your citizenship, giving her time, give her a call. You want to file for your family members. It could be adult children, minor children, mao, dao, your husband, your wife, if you are married, or fiancé visa, boyfriend, girlfriend. As long as you're citizen, we can do fiancé visa for you under the K1 visa, okay? You want to do adjustment or starter, you want to get your green card because you came with the refugee paper they call I-94, we'll do it for you. You want to do visiting visa, you want to do something we call affidavit. Suppose somebody win DV or somebody did immigrant paperwork, but their income is not enough to sponsor under the affidavit support law. Call us. If you want to do life insurance because their life here is not guaranteed. Anytime the old man take you, you want your family to suffer, call us too. We'll do it for you. So, our numbers are 267-648-8012, 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693, 701-330-4693. Our website is www.kangomaconsulting.com, www.kangomaconsulting.com. Once you give her the call, we'll tell you our email address. So when you take your picture, you send it, then we'll do the DV for you right in America and send your confirmation page to you. That is that. So, the 3 issues on my mind this morning. The incoming president, GMB, appeared on Class Reloaded on Wednesday this week. And I think he did fantastic. It was fabulous and it was impressive. You know, AB, when I was born growing up, I had the opportunity to go to bone mines when the bone mining company was still operating there. My big sister married to one of our citizens from Kolahun district, Polawu, and his big brother was working there. So, brother, the same thing that we enjoy here in America, that's why the people enjoy that part of the country before the war, even though we had this military takeover. The people enjoyed the same benefit. There were no day the light went. In fact, according to our public policy history, whenever light went off in Morovia, it was bone mines that supplied Morovia with light. We're not talking about light, say electricity. Electricity, AB. So the way JMB simplify our development agenda, what can we do to get it better? I enjoy the people. This is an old man that the ANC, Aki and Baba people, everybody say the man old, but the people that young, they could not even come up with their own development manifesto until up to 4 years. The PAP did that, the CDC people came away. Okay, so the old man simplified development. Everybody want to, capitalize on the issue. No car will get stuck on the road. My brother, I was in Lofa County a few months ago, precisely May. Now, not call time here, my people. You're sorry, I beg you. Okay? Councilor Jara, Galapa Kotima, Thomas Fala, and Jefferson Koji. Because of the interest that they had in Lofa election, my brother, these people carry gravel all the time and put it to the bar and the ugly portion of the road, especially between Vonjama and Zaza. That allowed us to go to Lofa County that time. And that even allowed Lofians to come to Morovia and go back before the rainy season hit to the level that they are hit. Because election is over. Thomas Fala group, Jefferson Koji group, and the rest of the people now going to Lofa na true Sierra that dishonesty, brother. What the old man said, we do not have money, even if our international donors are coming in to help us to build our roads, before they can help us. The ordinary people say, when somebody is washing your back, you must be able to wash your own belly. Because your belly is right in front of you. Before we can start asking for help, we will be doing something for ourselves before we can ask for help. It is possible, AB. If you have those yellow machine on that road, like because all mail did it, we did not experience a really vehicle getting stuck in the mud when all mail were in Liberia. If we can do that in 100 days, my people, it is true. It can happen. It can happen. You do not need to sit down and wait for the road to cut before you go to rescue it. You do continuous maintenance of those roads that we consider bad roads. My brother on his way from Lofa County, now he got to go through Sierra. You know how much you got to pay, AB? You got to pay 15,000 Liberian dollars. 15,000 Liberian dollars. It don't have to be magic. Why everything has become so difficult, has become so much impossible for our government to deliver on public services. Small development.
Because the government does not have the necessary equipment and the necessary...
It is not just about the equipment, my brother. It is not just about the equipment. The government over the year have not have interest in the people. All they have interest in is their pocket, what they can get out of it. That is the reasons why they have politicized every single aspect of our society. Everything is all about politics. Everything is all about politics. For example, if you want to run in Lofa County as representative, you want to leave Mosoro County, that you're right. Because the law is strict. The law says when you have property that are worth 25,000, you can go there. And moreover, Thomas' father was born in Lofa anyway, so it's no trouble with that. And this man was representative in Mosoro County. Every snow, he goes to Bomi County, he opened a farm, he built a house there. They may qualify to run, and he won. That's okay. So we need to take practical action, coupled with competency, honesty to our country, love for our country, and above all, integrity. We should always have this mindset of Liberia first. And that's why I agree. Ome Bwaka is not my generational person. But the way we see things, look, the most dangerous challenge we got in our life at this time, this generation, the single responsibility we got is to make sure we register to vote and vote George Weah out, because George Weah have become the #1 enemy to our state. We cannot survive, AB, let me finish my talk. We cannot survive after 2023 when George Weah succeed himself as president for another 6 years. Liberia might not live, and Liberians might not even go home, those of us that are here. Because you cannot have a government that's supposed to make the case to be re-elected, and they are looting, and they are doing virtually nothing. All they are doing, they are interested in their pockets, and they are looting the state resources, and they don't care. At a certain extent, they don't want anybody to say anything. The second issue is the issue of impunity. The old men talk about that. If you claim to be Mr. Clean, start with yourself. If George Weah said he was anti-corruption agent, why he didn't start with himself? But what we saw, he did the opposite. By the time George Weah became president, he started to build homes for himself, breaking down his own homes. And my brother, I always telling you folks on this platform, small platform, but very powerful. Mom and dad in the home not doing well, the kids are not going to do well. Politically, on the basis of our history, Liberia is a presidential-driven country. Once the president takes the stage and the president decides to lead in the better direction, like we saw in Ghana with Jolorure, the rest of the people will follow. For example, everybody now want to dress like George Weah. They wear nice coat suit, they put on synagogue. That's not our tradition. When you put on nice coat suit, you put on shoes, black shoes, polished shoes. But now people are wearing synagogue, it goes because they see their president doing it. Everybody wearing proper stuff now because George Weah got proper suit. So everybody want to do that. How can we be a country that's still governed by law, and we still doing business with Simose funeral home when Simose killed 3 of our citizens? Folks that went to work for him. They did not show up today we don't know what they are worried about. Up to this point, the Minister of Justice cannot even come up with a single statement that will make us to twist these people. Citizens of Liberia. George Weah have not even come up with any statement. Other people died. George Weah referred to them as they were doing boyfriend and girlfriend story. Oh God! And you see why? In recent time, the last 72 hours, many people have died in Liberia. Those incidents that the media were able, to discover. Somebody killed their wife in Pong County for bushmeat business. Another person killed their wife over there for $500 maize application. Liberty. It is because George Weah himself killed his own SSS personnel on the country tour in Nimba County, and nothing came out of it. If the president can do it and walk away free, I can do it too. I can do it. That is what that is. The last thing I want to make comment on as we go, I will expand on these issues, is the issue of rice. Abi, for God in heaven's sake, this is not just about incompetence. It is total confusion and on the basis of lackadaisical behavior to further loot our resources. If the government have come up with a plan, even though it is not sustainable, it is not manageable, it cannot continue. I don't even agree with it because it is stupid. It is stupid. If the government consider rice to be political commodity, they say cement a political commodity, gasoline a political commodity, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to open the market to everybody that want to bring it. If we want to monitor people, okay, we monitor people. If France do not want to bring rice, all we need France do not to do something we call article incorporation, establish a business, and go to the Ministry of Commerce and get business registration. Let France bring rice. Nobody should be there to control me how to bring rice. When do I bring rice? Let me just bring rice to the country. There is still some form of monopoly in our country. Why we can't open the market for people to bring rice, for people to bring gasoline, for people to bring cement in the country, to let go the whole political maneuvering? How can we offer $11 million in subsidy for rice importation? We got 3 importers for the most part. Those are the people I know. Fuani, brother, Futa, and K&K, right? That the 3 people I know. Other people do the fine. But why should we even restrict them? Why should we be telling Paul or Fuani this time bring it, and then we tell K&K bring it this time? Because we make things in Liberia. We are not honest people. We don't like to do things straightforward. We're not truthful people when we don't accept the truth. And above all, for Joshua people, they are incompetent to the highest degree. We offer $11 million in every budget year for the importation of rice. Why the rest not coming? It's a simple question. Do we need to set a committee and include members that cause the problem? For example, Minister of Commerce. Why you putting Minister of Commerce on the committee when she caused the problem? When it is her job, we already pay her. Why are you creating a committee to put Minister of Commerce there, to put Finance Minister on the again, just to dish out another resource to them so they can do committee job? We don't need no committee for rice importation in Liberia. We have decided to offer $11 million in subsidy. All we need to do, we need to give the $11 million to the people that we qualify, we certify to bring rice, and we make sure they bring rice because we're giving them money to do so. Even though I disagree with it, because it is not sustainable. All we need to do, we need to allow the simplest theory to play out, demand and supply. Let all make it that way. Let everybody get involved. Those who want to bring rice are in America. I go do business registration. I want to import rice in Liberia. All I need to do is to do it right. And just get rice in Liberia. By the time you go low, the market forces interaction will just adjust the price. Right here in America, the government will come in when gasoline business, quote-unquote inflation. But my brother, even the services are run up. I can tell you whatever I need to tell you. You want to take it, you take it. You want to take it, you let it go. If you go to the lawyers, probably they will tell you $7,500, depending what you want to do. They're not going to no court. The same thing I do, maybe I will tell you $1,000, and you can decide to go to the lawyer for $7,000. You can decide to come to me for $7,000 for the same work. And you might have more access to me than having access to the lawyer. Because they got law degree and they got law license. I do not. But I do the same job. So, AB, I want to stop it over there and turn it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for your expose this morning. But I disagree with you, though.
Yeah,
I disagree with you. Do you really think that JMB was very bold to our Liberian populace?
Yes.
I would say no. I would say no. JMB is trying to use political jargons. And where the truth belongs, we should be able to place it there. Where the truth belongs, we should be able to place the truth to where the truth belongs. JMB tried to use political jargons, and that jargon will not carry some of us. To you, Liberian people problems, in 100 days, that no car will stick in a mud. In 100 days, no car will stick in a mud. Does that look realistically to you? Does that really look realistically to any Liberians? That you will tell them in the first 100 days that no cow will be able to stick in the mud. Does that really look realistic to you? I will say no. JMB need to sit down with the experts. With experts. And I know that he has so many experts. For them to be able to catalog those plans. I know there is one thing that I agree on. I agree with JMB on the issue of fighting corruptions. Fighting corruptions. But I disagree with him on the aspect of no car will be able to stick in the mud the first 100 days. I disagree with him. And I know that JMB, even said when he comes to power, even when JMB comes to power with all his support, I know that he will not be able to do that. In the first 100 days, that no car will stick in the mud. Have JMB traveled in the southeast and see how the southeastern road looking like? Maybe because he getting helicopter to go there. Maybe that because of that. The issue of the rights issue, I totally disagree with Josh Manawia by giving these rights gurus 11 million. I disagree with that. That 11 million should be given to our brothers and sisters. When I say our brothers and sisters, I mean the agriculture ministries. You should be able to empower the agriculture ministry for them to be able to produce more rice. And then, Francis, I know that you love the old man very well, and you support him very well, and I like that about you. And I like that about you. But there are some jargon that the paper using that does not sound realistically to me. I have people calling me, telling me that JMB will make people to sway away from him. There are some issues that you can speak about. There are some issues that you can be able to speak about because you are in a public glare. But there are some issues that need a consultation. I will stop here. I will turn the panel out to you. If you don't have nothing much to add, then we'll go to our phone lines.
I will add something, and it doesn't matter. You can open the lines. Somebody call. I will slow down. They can put their, opinions through, and then we'll pick up from there. But it be, we got a comprehension problem. Our citizens have a comprehension problem, and I'm not saying this to disrespect anybody. There are a lot of time people speak in coded language, and most of the time people do not understand it. And that is my fundamental reasons why sometimes I talk the way that I talk straight. And it is no disrespect to anybody for the most part. We all got different emotions, and all got different diction when we talk publicly. And we all do it differently when we are with our family. But for the most part, when I sit here, I put on my political jacket. And that's what I do when I sit here. But let me be honest with you, our audience this morning. Major roads in Liberia that we know that are not accessible during our rainy seasons, it has been consistent since the inception of the war. It has showcased more. And I am giving you typical and practical example. The last time I was here by myself, the road between Vonjama and Kulahon is still better. All mill left over 5 years, they're gone. I think it was Bangladeshi or Pakistani contingent that was there. For example, we have an engineering battalion currently member of our AFL. Yeah, we do. So those major counties that are disturbed, for the most part, Lofa and the Southeast, I still stand by the old man. We are not talking about pavement, that we're going to pave the road, we put quota on it, or we put reinforced concrete on it. That's not it. But we can make those roads accessible even before the rainy season hits. And we can have the public works engineering battalion stationed right there instead of us even going there. We should be right there to avoid the road getting damaged. We rescue it even before it gets damaged. It worked in the past, it can work today. We just need to have the political will. We just need to have the political will. If we attack Lofa County,
you actually have to say the rainy season can be precise into our Liberian setting.
Yes. The rainy season is still consistent.
Let us look at when the inauguration.
Let us look at when the inauguration takes place.
When the inauguration takes place. Then you look at the 100 days time mark.
My brother, our inauguration is scheduled for January. It's already dry season. Every year it's scheduled for January. The third working Monday is January. So we don't have to go look for that, bro. Inauguration, according to the Constitution, is scheduled for January. Every time election is held.
I know that.
That's dry season already. So if we have the political will and we make a minimal availability of budget, and we use those equipment that our public work already has, and we ask our partner doing the campaign, my brother, it can work. For example, those who have interest in the campaign in Lofa County, they maintain that road until they got a vote. They maintain it. They say, our day they feed it. I use passenger vehicle bus. Y'all know the Johnson Street buses, right? That's what I used to go to Lofa County. We went, even though certain area we got to get down, but we still made it. We returned safely. It can happen, AB. It can work. All we need, we don't need to buy mud. We don't need to buy gravel. It's there already. We just need the necessary equipment and the necessary manpower, and we could even create employment for some of the young people that don't have skills. Some of the young people that don't have skills, for that 100 days, it is possible. I agree with the old man on that.
Okay.
The other issue of rest is, okay, let's say those of us that did public policy, we get short term, we get medium, and we get long term. Let's say this short term, say we all consider the rest business to be political commodity. Let's talk about rest. Let me leave the cement out. Let me leave the gasoline out. It's a political commodity. They open the market. Mr. Kamara is in America. Minnesota is considered rural America. North Dakota is considered rural America. American people in Minnesota and North Dakota, they don't easily eat rice, even though they got enough rice. I can go to Walmart, go to Central and buy rice if I want. But let's just hold it constant. I want to go to Thailand. I got small money here. I retire. I want to invest in Liberia. I want to go to the rice industry. Because we understand all of us like rice, even me. Every day almost I eat rice, even though I live in America. There are varieties of food. But somehow if we eat rice, me I'm from Lofa County, I don't eat nothing yet. That is why it is. So what we do, we create an open market for the forces of demand and supply to interact. If we get more people bringing rice, my brother, we don't need to talk about price. The price will adjust themselves. They will adjust themselves. The reason their price go right now, I understand from the conversation behind the scene. Rice importers have told the government, we don't want you to give all that money. That $11 million, keep it. Just gave her the opportunity to sell their rice here $15. So it is a $2 difference that government and rice importers are agreeing on. And in real time, AB, from all indications based on what we know, it was not the issue that rice was not in the country. Rice was in the country. But the government is not allowing the forces of demand and supply to play out for the rice importer to sell their rice at $15 instead of $13. Government said no. But all over in the region, the rice is being sold for $21. So we still have a leverage. We still have a goodwill. Why the government not agreeing to that? It is because they didn't say holding it back. It is because of the kangaroo notion, rice is a political commodity. We make a political commodity. Number one, that is our staple food, and we refuse to produce it. The peanut soup that we eat, AB, we get tropical rainforest. The old men talk about it. We buy peanut from Guinea. The pepper that we eat, we get it from Guinea. The cow meat that we eat in Liberia, we love it, especially with the Muslim people, Ramadan. We love it. The full of people that sell it, we get cow meat from Guinea. The potato green that we eat, we can't even produce it to eat before we sell it out there. The palm oil. We got so many things in Liberia that we could produce using our soil to get things better. For example, this could be the short term to address the issue of rice. I call it artificial shortage. We don't want to agree for the rice importers to sell it at 15. Okay, that's okay. Let's take the short term policy agenda. Let's offer them $11 million. When we're going to end that? Let's say we end it at the end of the year, or maybe in 2 years' time, we'll take the subsidy back. That $11 million could go to agriculture projects. The unemployment we're talking about, the unemployment all over the world. Agriculture intervention, agro-business offer jobs.
Keep your call coming out on 215.
To employ some of our unemployed youth.
8124. The number is printed right below this podcast. The two numbers to call are 267-938-2801. Or you can better call her on 215-824-8124. Or you can call her on WhatsApp on 215-266-6509. Once more, 215-266-6509. That is the number to call and to be part of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show.
We could even use the 100 day and moving forward to employ some of our unskilled young people. Even if they're taking $3, $4, $5 home, that will also contribute to our unemployment system. It will contribute to our market forces. Because the more money the people make, the more they purchase. You give them purchasing power.
Okay.
Even right here in America, construction people make more money.
We have the first caller here. Caller, what is her name? Sam, how you doing?
No problem, man. What I'm calling the line was not going through.
Oh, man, you going through now. Just forget about that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anyway, am I live now?
Yeah, you're live.
Okay. You see, I want to default with you. When you said JMB 100 days plan, that no car will get stuck on our major roads, it is achievable, AB. When do we end election process in Liberia? Is it the end of October or November? Let's say November, right? November electoral matter finish. When do we carry on inauguration? It's the second Monday in January, right? So that means 2 weeks after. Whenever there is a presidential election and the person is declared winner, they got leverage. That's why you find out when people win election, immediately after a couple of days or weeks, they start traveling. They start bilateral relationship and they start negotiations. Because the person know in a couple of days' time you're going to be the president. So you got to leverage. That 1 or 2 months before inauguration, even 1 month, is enough for GMB to go around and ask partners for equipment. The old man told you clear, we got partners, we don't want money. Just give us the equipment. That's all we need. Once you get that equipment, AB, and you got a leader that really got that project on his mind, that those equipment can hit the port the following day. Those equipment can leave for their destination. Maybe even me, if you ask me honestly, that identical agenda is achievable in 60 days. Liberia is not big. You don't need 1 week to travel to the destination. You need 1 or 2 days. Those things can hit the port today. You offload them today. Within 1 or 2 days time, you put them on the truck straight to their destination. While that is going on, you already get the men recruited. Liberia don't lack the people to get the job done.
Know that not only that one road project that the JMB have on his plate, he will have so many things on his plate. Know that not only that one road. No, I just want you to know that.
Granted, ABO, granted. If you kill cow, is there only one soup you cook without cow meat?
If you choose to do so.
If you choose to. Do you know what a cow meat is?
I know.
It's a lot of meat. You're talking about a country that got budget that is over $200, $300, $400, $500 million. You only need even $50 or $60 million. It's even too much for that project, AB. I'll be honest. Okay. It's even too much for that project. I'm telling you, in 60 days, it is achievable. You need, logistically, okay? Let's say 1 month before that project, you can get the bank to even pre-finance that project while you're waiting for inauguration. Those equipments are on the ship coming. Let me tell you this, AB.
Okay.
You can get those equipments on the ship coming. By the time you hit the office as the president, those equipment already in the country, on the truck, straight to their destination. You already got the manpower on ground. They start the project. It is achievable.
Okay.
It is achieved. Even 60 days, if the leader put their heart to it, in 60 days, AB, it is achievable. Liberia is not big. We don't have too many logistical issues that require traveling. That thing hit the port, you put on the truck, straight to bombing. It hit the truck. Once it hit from here, Nimba, that paved road. So there's no issue of traveling. Once you hit Nimba, the dusty road, you start within the data you already there, you already got the manpower. In fact, you even got the AFL that got engineer battalion. Now you can hit office today and you pass an executive order asking the AFL battalion to go to those areas and start the process. Maybe you can even rent some of the machines. They got people in that country that got those excavators and those machines for rent. You can start renting them while yours is on the ship coming.
Okay.
Maybe it is achievable. It's easy. Don't even Jeremy even said now that the 60 days is enough to achieve that project. Let me talk about the rest issue again. Maybe you see the rest issue in Liberia. People have not understood that the rest issue in Liberia is the biggest society bush. The rest issue is the biggest syndicate in our country. The reason why we keep having issue with rest is because our leaders are corrupt. They are rogues. Manaseri was using the same technique during her administration. Every bag sold, she got share on it or she got commission on it. When we are king, he reduced his to 15 cents. I heard this from a rest dealer. I could be wrong, but this is what I heard from a permanent rest dealer in Fuani. Manaseri had, I think, $1 or 45 cents on every bag of rice that was sold. Your president king, he cut it down to 15 cents. That's why he saw the rest price was stable. Why you think, AB, the people cannot allow Liberians to go into the rest market? Do you know how the rest dealer even do the rest business in that country? The rest business in Liberia, AB, that say pay. I know someone that work in the Fuani warehouse. The person is a supervisor. The rest business in Liberia, when they supply those people, they sell and they remake the capital, they resupply them. That's a big business in that place, AB. You that sitting there, you, AB, you can import rest. You know for a 50 kg best on the world market, $17.50. And you, AB, in that place, borrow $50,000. You can join with 2 or 3 people. You will say rest. But you know what our people doing? And this is what I always say: our leaders are the most heartless people. This is why you find Liberians are poor. They keep the Liberian out of the businesses and they put them in the hands of the foreigners because the foreigner was not hesitant to give them the bribe. to give them the honor cuts because they know if that you ain't be doing that, you will not give them the bribe. I listened to Octavius one time. He said he wanted a rice license. You know who told him? He said Prince Johnson told him, don't waste your time. They will not give it to you. Most of the businesses you find in that place, our government is keeping us out of it. That rest business is easy to be solved, but it is a syndicate.
Okay.
So they don't want anyone going there.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll go to you, Francis. Take your call, then we get one caller here.
Yeah, we got Frank Gacy on. Yeah, Frank Gacy, go ahead.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you find yourself. And here with Frank Gibson that called from Paris.
Frank Gacy, go right ahead. You are welcome, my brother. But your volume looking like I don't know what's going on. Are you doing okay, my brother? You've been a little bit off recent time.
Very, very fine, brother. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, the thing on my mind today is that I called to ask the Almighty God, the blessed President we are, and the entire First family, for God to give them good health, good condition, and good strong mind. And I ask God to help us win the 2023 presidential elections with first round victory. I also ask the Almighty God to stand up these people, for God to touch their heart and touch their mind to vote for President Weah to give me a second term come 2023. And that God accepted today's Friday, it should be accepted in the name of the Almighty Allah. Amen.
Thank you.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much.
We have a caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Mr. Kamara, good morning, man.
Good morning.
I'm happy to see you this morning. You're feeling better. I'm happy to see you. So let me tell you, lay brother. You see, the thing that gave me Liberia problem is we don't know our own country. You know, and I'm tired with it one argument. Those boys from the Southeast always say, boy, I didn't be rule. Let me educate you today. Top first vice president was VP Green. Came from Sando. Did he pay role for you? VP Green. He never rode any car to go to Sando. He used to go with Air Liberia. Okay? Trotman was there from 1944 to 1971. He never rode car from Monrovia to the Southeast. He used to go with his ship. But every day I come on that platform, Boaka said he would pay road. Boaka didn't pay road to go to local country. What's up with the vice president that came from the Southeast? The Edmund Sawyer Bay Road, he was president. The Doe Bay Road in the Southeast, he was president. The Tottenham Bay Road in the Southeast. Let me tell you, AB, the problem with roads in Liberia, I will tell you today, I don't have a degree. But you see, all the logging companies in the Southeast, they're the one that can spoil all the road in the Southeast. Until government can come up with a policy how to charge these guys for the maintenance of the road, we're going to have the bad road in the Southeast. That's where the problem lies. Because all the road in the Southeast was built up by these logging companies. Liberian government has never been able to put money in the Southeast to build road. That's where the real problem lies. But they forget the problem. Everybody come on the platform. Oh, Boaka didn't build road. Boaka supposed to build road. The VP Green Bay Road, who was the first vice president on the October. The Benning Warner Bay Road, who was the second vice president on October. The Harry Morba Bay Road, who came from local country. Why only they one old man here, everybody hold responsible for not building road? AB, thank you for your platform, man. We are poorly educated from our country. Thank you and bye.
Thank you. You got another caller?
Yeah, we got Dr. Pade on here. Yeah, Doc, go right ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
We are doing fabulous, Doc. We're doing great. Thank you for asking.
A wonderful Friday, you know.
Yes.
I listened to a portion of GNP's engagement with the guys on Class Reloaded. The road. Let me give you a very simple example. I drove just a fortnight ago from Western Pennsylvania to New York. It's practically around about 8 hours. Meaning I'm driving maybe from Monrovia straight to Bonchama or beyond. And I drove on the paved roads. I drove the same day and back to Western Pennsylvania. Road connectivity brings development. Road connectivity is the way to the future. Liberia is in a dire strike, and something must be done. Even if you have a real, capable, and competent leadership, you already have had the agreement with the local road project signed with the Kuwaitis. The framework document, everything was signed. The monies are there, and nobody can give you a clear-cut statement as to what has become of the funding. The Liberian government reneged on its side of the responsibility. And I think that's where priority comes into place. If you do have a capable government, the road that links Banda all the way to Mendakoma should be on its way. Depending on the responsible government that is willing to play and its part, developmental aid is partial in the way that it's not the person who comes in, the one you call the partner. The partner has a role to play, and you are either the citizen of the government or whoever it is that is involved in this particular contractual agreement, you have a part. That is where we failed miserably in the past and even now. That is number one. The Freedom Road projects. I mean, some of us grew up in the late 70s. I fully know, and I know that they have, they have public works in almost every political seat. Meaning each county have their own rural public works station. You have engineers, a team of engineers, and some of those are people we encounter, we interact with in places like Bonjama, Kulao, Koya, during those days. I mean, pray to tell me, the transatlantic link of the West African Highway was going through what? Banga-Mandekoma. Most of the major trading partners that are within the region, you talk about Guinea, Sierra Leone, as far as to Mali, most of the major goods and services came through the free port of Monrovia. And I mean, as a person who grew up in a traditional area within the Bonjama district, I mean, whenever we went for vacation, there were always throws of commercial vehicles. I'm talking about trucks on the highway for the whole night, and almost throughout the day they traveled. Went through Pointu, went through Masanta, went through Gegadu, and the rest of it. And it was not a paved road, but the public works engineers were involved, and those roads were maintained all the time. Where has that gone?
That's the biggest question. The old man said we need to bring it back.
Where has that gone? So I think knowledge is power.
Yes, indeed.
Liberia's problem is if you take bunch of decomposed and you think you can be able to put them in leadership to be able to lead, when they do not understand the rudimentary elements of governance and international relations. What are you talking about, man? Liberia has made a mistake. Liberia is a hospital, if I may sound in a psychological sense. Liberia needs a doctor. Liberia needs a doctor who understands the problems.
the pathological issue that Liberia faces and how it can cognitively be able to define it and be able to deal with it in a legitimate sense. That's what's lacking right now as we speak. I remember during the campaign, I listened to Brother Weir who says Liberia's problem was not about education. Well, here we are now. We have laws in translation. Probably our brother is lost in translation because he doesn't actually understand the rudimentary elements in terms of what governance is all about. So I think we have a problem. And Liberians have to wake up from their slumber. They have to realize that no one is going to fight for them except they themselves are willing to stand up and give it all the best they can, all the best they can do, and to ensure that Liberia can begin to breathe again. I speak to you, I'm driving all the way up to Pittsburgh, all the way to Columbus. It's going to take me, what, some 5 hours, 30 minutes? I might be on the road today for maybe some 13 hours, but I'm going to a meeting and I'm going to be returning. I'll be returning later on today. That's a distance that covers maybe all the way down to Mendocoma, from Monrovia straight to Mendocoma. I'm driving in my truck, and the only thing I need to take a break for gas and back into the car, and I keep moving. Look, man, we can't do this. We need to set priorities. We need to be true to ourselves. We need to leave behind the sycophants because it's not taking us anywhere. I remember growing up in the 70s when Tabo said, Liberia's problem, we define it in this way: ignorance, disease, and poverty. You can pretend to have knowledge. And if you want to know the source and the power and the amount you have to spend on education, try ignorance.
That is why it is, Dad. Thank you very much.
We need to do the best we can to ensure that the best and the brightest of our children and our compatriots can be encouraged to deal with this issue. This issue has to do with what we call knowledge, what is called competence, what is called awareness, self-awareness. If you don't have it in the leadership that doesn't know the history of its own people, then I'm afraid we're headed nowhere. Brothers, have a good Friday.
Thank you very much, Dad. Thank you very much. That was powerful, Dad. And you know what? I 100% agree with you.
Let me say here.
You guys enjoy the day, brothers.
Thank you. Thank you.
MBM Francis. We'll be in touch.
All right. Thank you.
Let me say here that our listener by the name of let me see here. Madam Hammer. You say I disagree every day, but I'm telling you what I disagree on every day. You don't expect for me and Francis to be on the scene side every time when we come on the show. You don't expect for me and Francis to be on the scene side when I come here on the show. I will not do it. If that's what you want me to do, I will not do that. You want for every time Mr. Francis come, Brother Francis come on the show, he and myself should be in the scene line. I will not do that. I strongly disagree not only with his statements, with the statement that were made by JMB, because I know that there are other things that can be achievable in the first 100 days. And I know that the road construction, by him saying that no car will hit in a month, he is not talking about road constructions. Do we have enough AFL men? Do we have enough AFL men? Your AFL men currently at 1,000 manpower you have. With the one that already been sent to Mali. Or you just think that I can just come here to just be talking off my head? Let's go to the phone now. Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, I will emphasize on that. But you see, let me just talk about Frank Gibson. You see, when you hear people like Frank Gibson calling, praying, and wishing for President Weah to get second term, these are the people that you wonder if they really got a heart for that country. Because if you look at where Liberia is, and friendly and honestly speaking, that job is too big for President Weah. And you see, this is the hypocrisy that's in our country that are killing and destroying Liberia. Liberian men will look at their son, they can drive over the man, let the man try, just get in the car, let go, I'll show you how to drive. When you go, just step on the accelerator, you move your foot from here, the car will go, you turn the wheel. These are the kind of risks we can take. And when the car go and crash, then you blame yourself. President Weah have demonstrated over how many years, 5 years now, that this job is too big for him. How easy it is. No sound leader with what's going on now in Liberia concerning the race crisis will remain quiet. No sound leader. No genuine leader. Even if it is not President Weah's fault, you will address the issue. You will speak to the issue. This is why they call leadership. President Weah has demonstrated times without number that this job is too big for him. Frank Gibson went at the other time and lied to the country that President Weah had built 500,000 homes in the country. He was on OKFN day before yesterday, and they said he was lying. And everyone know he lied. Some of you guys, when you're in the West, in as much as you love President Weah, I think you need to find another way to channel your love to President Weah. But you guys keep fooling yourself and destroying that country, and it is going to affect every one of us. These are the kind of mistakes our parents make in the past. They knew that people were not capable to run that country, but yet they put them there only because of their feelings. And today, look at where the country is. You and myself, we are struggling, we are ashamed, we are embarrassed to look at Liberia today and say this is the country that we come from, that have been in existence for over 100 years. Frank Gibson, I beg you, my brother, find another way to channel your love to President Weah. But this job is too big for President Weah. You're not help and take it from him. Let's get the job to people that can get the job done. President Weah cannot run that country. He does not have the technical know-how. He has proven times without number. The criminal elite only want President Weah to stay in office so they can use his inability to keep destroying that country. Come an example, my own brother, Thomas Fala, my DC brother, he's carrying on illegal logging in Lofa. Is the government receiving taxes for it? I will tell you no. These are the people that want George Weah to stay in power. Abacha is mining gold and diamond in the Hendy River in Ball Mines. Is he reporting that to the government? I tell you no. And the list go on and on and on. These are the exploitation that's going on in that country, and resources can run out. When we run out of resources in that country, we will feel the pain. Our children will feel it. You see Saudi Arabia today, they're changing their economy from oil to business because these resources can sometimes run out. This job is too big for President Weah. President Weah has demonstrated times without number that he cannot get the job done. It's a shame you live in a country like France and you call and look at a guy like President Weah to run that country. In the country, President Weah can't even be secretary for a district. Not alone talking about being a representative. You know what President Weah is sending to the presidency had done now? Look at this guy walking down, won't be represented. What does he know to lead? Now even we won't be represented a senator in the country. How are we going to run this country when people that can get the job done, we keep pushing them backwards? And only because one Mr. X or Mr. Y can get people food in the community. They know him. Then we take him on a pedestal that yes, he can lead. Amen, Liberia. Liberia. Amen. When will we have the thing they call common sense? When will we have common sense? When will we have common sense? Let me come to the transportation issue again, AB. You know the reason why I ask you if you can call one soup with cow, AB? You see, when leaders are coming to office, they got a lot of plans in their 100 days. But there's something called priority. On that list of priorities, you got your top 3, you got your top 5, you got your top 10. Yes, we may not have enough manpower in the AFL, but listen to what JMB said carefully. He said there will be no car stock on major roads in the country. One of the callers just gave you another solution to the problem. The logging companies. You want to tell me the logging companies don't have tractors or machines to grade on that road?
They do.
What if the government gave them subsidies to grade that road? Why the government buying equipment are on the way to come? Maybe if JMB get the right engineer team together, read my lips, okay, AB? In 60 days, that project is achievable. I studied logistics and management. Within 60 days, logistically, that project can be achievable. You got machines in that country. Like Francis was saying, Thomas Fire they greater that road, right? Why you think they greater the road? It took them how many months to greater the road? How many months you think it took them to greater the road? It took them days.
You see, the thing that you're talking, don't alert just to say when you put the equipment on the ship that it will be in Liberia the next day. Don't act like that.
AB, that's why I inject. Let me just inject. Let me make it interactive. Let me get small information.
Have in mind that those things can take months.
No, they're not true. AB, I disagree with you on that.
I'm studying logistics and management, okay? That's what I'm studying.
On a thing that taking months on the ship.
I just did it.
AB, I'm not disagreeing that the things will not take months, but I just gave you a solution to that problem. Number one, there are people in that country with those equipments renting them. Solution number one. Solution number two, when the president is how you call it, declared the winner, he got 6-8 weeks before he ascend to the presidency. He can use his leverage to order the equipment.
And I agree with you.
In 6 weeks' time, I come in AB, they can be in our country. That's another solution. Another one that the logging companies, they got tractors, they got caterpillars in our country. The first day the president take to office, he can ask those people to rent their equipment to start no project before the other equipment can land in our country. Right. It is easy fix, AB. Okay. It is easy fix.
Okay.
I'm not talking about JMB order 100-day plan, but this identical 100-day plan. A JMB for a committee of engineers that knows what to do, and someone that knows Liberia terrain very well, AB. If you got 20 trucks in that country to carry equipment, they can all reach to the destination within 2-3 days time, and in 1 week, all the projects can start simultaneously. Okay. Maybe Liberia not big. Okay. Liberia is not big. If Liberia was big like any country, then you complain. It is easy, AB, trust me. I don't say no other way. That identical 100 JMB talk about. I guarantee you, if JMB got the right team, in 60 days, it is achievable. Okay. 60 giving days, baby, it is achievable. Look at the distance that are even having problem. They are even not even up to 25 miles or kilometers. They are not even. If you got 2 teams on our ground working 24 hours, one team works 6 hours, the other team come and work 6 hours. AB, you know what you talk about 24-hour work? Have you seen road construction before, AB? Okay. Have you seen road construction before? Just a greater road and put how you call it, rake and part the road. It's easy, AB. Okay. It is very, very easy. Okay. It is not paving. It is easy, Eddie. Okay. Trust me. Okay. It is easy. Okay. So people like Frank Gibson, I beg you, my Frank Gibson, you'll find another way to channel your love. President, we are being, look at the drugs, Eddie, just give me 2 or 1 minute. Look at the drugs that got busted in our country. Imagine if the American was not going to help us. Even 1% of that drug on our market, you know what I mean for our young people? For our brothers and our sisters. And you see why we don't understand in our country, AB? This is the Liberian mentality. And I said this before. We always say, oh, it's not my brother, it's not my uncle, it's not my sister. I said back in the days when the Congo people, so-called Congo people, okay? I use that phrase because that's the adjective we normally use. But let me say those days, those that were in leadership, like former President Joe Tobo, their children, their fathers did not put in place system to run that country. If there was system put in place today, I guarantee you, Nessa Doe are not going to go to ECOWAS to get her case heard before she can get what is right for the horse, even though it hasn't been given to her yet. So if the people in power now think that they will see as much as they can, and the common man children will be Zogo and Zogis tomorrow, guess what? Those children tomorrow will be armed robbers. They will terrify the community. That's why you find the people that were in power yesterday, their children cannot go back to Liberia tomorrow. I bet you the Tumete we are, the Chen we are, they will go to Liberia and collect the rent for those properties and they will leave. Because why? Liberia will not be livable for them. It will not be safe for them. And this is why I always say, anyone that serves in leadership and do not apply effort to change that country, anything happen to you or your family, I do not feel for you. Okay. Because we live in the West here, the people put in place policy and procedures. The stamp duty, food stamp you're receiving in our country, the people that pass that law, they're not living. Maybe their children are not living or their children old. But guess what? Their grandchildren are benefiting from it today. Okay. Until we can get a leader that thinks in that direction, and now what he can get for him today. Trust me, Abby, we got a long way to go, and those leaders' children will be the victim in the future, including the entire country. Let us look at people that have the ability to lead. We need to stop their friendship, their familyship. We need to stop running village in that place called government.
Thank you.
Thanks for the time, Abby.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm a friend and brother. I get a closing statement anyway.
Oh man, they one can't be closing, AB. I gotta say something.
No. You can say what you have to say in your closing statement.
Before I go to my closing, I think I will make it closing because I'm looking at the time. I think a lot of people make sense, including Samuel that just left the line. Let me do my commercial. I'm going to cheat myself here. We'll do it on CNN. We'll do it here. Kangoma Multi Services Consulting. If you want to do your U.S. citizenship paperwork, okay? Call on us. You want to file for your adult children, your minor children, husband and wife, your parents, call on us. If you want to renew your green card, a loss, or maybe a expire or a spot, call on us. If you keep on the refugee people, the people that call R94, you need to do your green card now, that it's time to do it. Also call on us. If you want to invite somebody to come visit you in America here on visiting visa, we don't care where they are. Just let us know, okay? If you want to do boyfriend and girlfriend paperwork, you went there, you visit them, you U.S. citizen, they call it fiancé visa, all right? K1, K2 visa, call us. If you want to do affidavit of support, or maybe you want to check on the status of your kid, you don't know what is going on. Maybe they will Lutheran Social Services or some kind of group, they close their office. You don't know, call us. If you want to do insurance, especially life insurance and auto insurance, give us a call. You went to school here, you get student loan. That paper was giving you hard time. You want to get started to get Joe Biden benefit. Plenty things we can do here. Plenty things there. And all that one there, plus DV. You want to play DV this year, DV 2024, so that you can come here and get to understand the other side of the world. To join us with the American dream. All right? Our numbers to call are 267-648-8012, 267-648-8012, 701-330-4693, 701-330-4693. Our website address is www.kangoma.com. www.kangomaconsulting.com. www.kangomaconsulting.com. I told you the last time. They 1 year, no opposition, no imposition, no ANC, no Unity Party, no GMB, no T1 Gungo inside the 1 year. They 1 year, the American immigrant business will tap into the opportunity. Yeah, bisa cracking. They want our own thing here. To do that, you got to help us to grow so we can help you too. Okay? So, Abraka Talk Show, we on here. So, Kangoma Multi Services is a prime sponsor of this program. Just so you know. We're doing small, but we're growing. We get all our paper. Don't worry about that one. We get the paper. All right? In America, you can't do any funny thing here. No. They fall on you. Just so you know that. So, AB, and to our audience, you know, the quarter before saying, you know, Ome Pade, and the other quarter, they all said it. My brother, let me re-echo my disagreement with my host, AB. But you see, that is the reasons why our platform is the most formidable platform. Because we're not coming here to sugarcoat each other. We are coming here to say to you exactly not only what we believe in, but what we think it is the way. It is the way forward. And whatever yardstick we are using, it is up to us. That is you know, the interest of democracy. It is diverse. Okay, and that's the fundamental reasons why I feel that America continue to succeed. You get Chinese American, you get Liberian American like myself, you get Korean American, you get Russian American, you get all these people. If you look at the American military, for example, they got everybody there. So if they declare war on one country tomorrow, they will succeed. Because there is a diversity of knowledge and ideas and different capability. We are refusing. Our major problem in Liberia, considering our history, considering our public policy procedure, considering our governance system, has not been the people. Has not been the people. It has always been the interest of the government. And people will give power to. People will surrender our political rights to steer our affair based on our interest. They have not done that, and they are not doing it. They are not doing it. Like some talk about why to do small things. The actual essence of government. Want to do small things in our country, but our government, where the availability of the mingled resources, why it has become so difficult to achieve? Why? You don't need to give me an answer, because I know the answer already. The simple answer is because of greed and lack of interest in our people. That's the fact. That's what we have seen consistently. And just we are just making more Canada pervasive in terms of the degree and intensity. In terms of the degree and intensity. Because he has no idea on any thematic area of our country. For example, what idea can just we are powerful when it comes to agriculture? He has no idea. What idea can just we are powerful when it comes to foreign policy that will make investors to have interest in our country? He has no idea. When it comes to Liberian history, the way we live, who we are, Joshua does not even have a clue in that area. What can Joshua powerful even the area that he found himself based on his God-given talent? Sport, football. Under Joshua, our sport rating had dropped tremendously just few weeks ago. Under 17 got disqualified. FIFA disqualified our football field, SKD. We could not even play there. I don't know whether they finished with that one. This few days, Sir Joseph Sidishan Senator said, youth and sport can only succeed to deal with content meat. And guess what? The young people, according to my elementary civics, the smallest but the most important unit to any society, it is the family. And when we're talking about family, we're talking about the women, we're talking about the children, and we're talking about young people. If the young people foundation is now built, what kind of country we envision after Joshua? What kind of country we envision? How can we have youth in sport? But they can't even achieve to do anything, including the Zogo money they talk about. Joshua came and last year they invested about 7 million plus. Sir Joseph said that 750,000. That was Sir Joseph told us. And even the 750,000, they have done zero with that program. So the road issue Joe Walker talk about, the issue of impunity, the issue of all the other issues, my people, if we have a political will on the part of the presidency, since our country is a presidential-driven country, everybody want to behave like the president. If Joe Walker become president tomorrow morning, you will find many people wearing country clothes because that's what he loves to wear. He want to always look like the president. So Joe Walker 100-day project, I will even think it will even be done before that. Let me give you a practical example. There is a gentleman here, let me give you a small promo. He appeared on our show. They're called Walter Cooper. I was going to Liberia last year before I went. Walter Cooper came right here, North Dakota. He's thinking and pick up my 2 boxes. I had thought that I would spend my 1 month and leave Liberia before those barrels material reached there. My people, the team reached there even before I opened my eyes. I was already there. It took less than 2 months. It was typically 5 to 6 weeks. We are talking about October, the election issue will be decided. If we go to the runoff, November, everything will be done. Joseph Boakai still have over 5 to 6 weeks to take the over office. We can get equipment out of this country under the auspices and the urgencies of the presidency. We get out of America, can get out of China, can get out of Europe, any part of this world, and we arrive in Liberia for the 3,000 square mile. That's our total coastal line.
Okay.
If that place is okay, whether okay, not okay, the good news is when I leave from Monrovia to Banga, I'm on the quota. Either way, we carry. To go to Riverside, I'm on the quota from Monrovia to Buchanan. So we can get to Riverside with this equipment. We just need that political will. But let me just close on the rest issue. The rest, 11 million naira, is unacceptable. It is unsustainable. But let's hold it constant. For the short term, we can keep it there. What is the bigger plan? The long-term project. The long-term plan to put the rest issue behind us. It is agriculture. Agro-business. That's what we need to do. Road connectivity, agriculture can make our young people, including the people we call Zogo, to get employment. Give for employment, and that will increase the purchasing power of our people. It is simple. It is simple. But like Sen said, it's a sanity. Like the other guy said, it's a sanity. Because these government officials continue to get their percentage on rights, they make a political commodity. We need to open it. If friends do not want to do rice business in Liberia, let me be given the opportunity to do it. But guess what? Nobody, no government official will get $5 from me for that. I will do it right. I will register and I will proceed. You will get a time from me. And that is the fundamental reason why, according to the other color, I believe in. That's true. Every single day, they were getting money on every single gallon of gasoline when he was part of the first family child status. They sit in the day with rice, and they still doing it. And that's why they can't give it to us. They give it to foreigners, they give it to fuller people. But we will break that sanity. And that's why we are saying, vote for Joseph Boakai, who is not looking for job. He's not looking for popularity. He's not looking for money. He's not looking for girlfriends. He's not looking for women. He's been living in his home for over 40 years.
Who is that
Get out there in your majority and register to vote and let us vote for Joseph Boakai by first and foremost loving our country Liberia, thinking Liberia, and together we all can build Liberia. Remember Albert Einstein. Bad governments are elected by people, good citizens who don't vote. If you say you don't vote, the people that vote, they elect the government on your behalf. You did that. That's my closing. Thank you, and thank you plenty.
Thank you. Well, everything has been said, but it's and sealed that JMB is the next president of our country. But God's willing, we'll be here on Monday to bring you another fascinating discussions. But if you're thinking that we, as panelists, we will be agreeing, we'll be in the same quadrant all of the time, you are mistaken. We will disagree with each other when the time arrives. But one good thing I can tell the Liberian people to know, that JMB is the best. JMB is the best alternative that we have. Thank you. God willing, we'll be back Monday. Bye-bye for now.